Hi sir, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm also good. So I have few questions about your club.
Mm-hmm.
What inspired you to start this conversational club?
So I've been in the industry for a long time, for many years, and one common complaint that people had all the time is that I understand grammar, I can understand English, I can read and write, but when it comes to speaking, I don't have that atmosphere. So I noticed that this is a pattern. A lot of people were complaining about that lack of atmosphere. So I was like, okay, let me not focus on everything and try to solve every problem. I thought of focusing on one problem, that is people's inability to speak confidently and fluently. And this is how the idea of Conversation Club came into existence here for me. It is purely because people didn't have that space and environment to practice English. So I was like, okay, let's give them that space and environment to practice English. Now we are speaking. Every session we are just practicing speaking skills to improve our fluency and confidence, and I provide feedback. So yeah, this is how it works now.
Okay. How do you choose topics for our conversational session?
So our conversation sessions topics are usually related to real life situations. So sometimes we are talking about stress management, money, finance. We are talking about mindset. We are talking about self confidence, motivation. So the idea is learn English and also have some deep conversations about life issues. So they are English plus therapy sessions together, something like that. So this is how I get ideas about topics for my club.
What are your goals for participants in this club?
We have clearly two goals for all the participants. In fact, the goals of our conversation club, we have two: confidence and fluency. People are coming to us, of course, they need knowledge, they need so many other things. But I think it all boils down to two things. You need to have more confidence and you need to have improved fluency. So we are working on these two goals for each and every member we have.
What strategies do you use to keep conversations flowing smoothly?
First of all, I've been doing these kind of sessions for a really, very long time. So it has become my second nature to engage in conversations, to keep the session flowing. A lot of times, I don't have a fixed structure of a session. So I decide the topic, I decide grammar topic and conversation topic, but I never decide what activities will be there or who will do what, because it's a very live thing, and it's happening on the spot. So if I have a rigid plan, then things will become too boring for my learners and for me also. So I try to keep it real. I try to see where the conversation is actually going and how I can incorporate those important things related to English and other life issues. So yeah, instead of planning, what I do is I see where the conversation is actually flowing or what experiences my members already have, and accordingly we take the session forward. So yeah, that's how we plan.
So can you share some techniques for overcoming nervousness when speaking?
Mark Twain is a very famous author. He once said, and it's a famous quote also, he said, there are two types of speakers: those who are nervous and those who are liars. This means all of us are nervous. I get nervous. I still get nervous. It's been so many years I've been performing in front of people, but still, if there is a new crowd, big crowd, or unknown crowd, I get nervous. I think everybody gets nervous. So stop looking for tips and strategies to get more confident and comfortable on stage. I think you should just do it more often. Once you swim more often, you become a better swimmer. There is no strategy to become a better swimmer without getting into water. So swim more, speak more, perform more in front of people. That's how you increase your confidence rather than looking for tips and techniques and tricks. They don't help. So yeah.
What activities or games do you find most effective for encouraging participant?
We have lots of activities and games related to speaking skills in our conversation club. So we have group discussions, debates, role plays. I think role plays are very, very effective because they give us a sense of real life situations in English. So we have role plays like you're a bank manager or a shopkeeper or a customer, or you are booking flights, or you are canceling flights. So we take a lot of real life situations and we add some grammar to that, and we practice role play. So I think role plays are the most effective ways in our conversation club. But with that, we also have lots of other speaking activities that help, like group discussions, debates, speeches. Sometimes it's just pure conversation. And in those deep conversations, also, people are laughing, people are crying, people are realizing so many things. So it's fun. We don't always need activities. It's just that human to human conversation, that is more powerful for me. Yeah.
What are some common challenges participants face and how can they overcome them?
Common challenges that I see, the pattern that I see in my conversation club members when they come to join me is, सर मुझे इंग्लिश समझ में आता है, मैं पढ़ भी सकता हूँ, मैं सुनता हूँ तो समझ भी जाता हूँ, but when it comes to speaking, I feel scared, I feel मेरा grammar गलत हो जाएगा. These are the common sentences people use, and I think this is because of lack of practice. You understand English because you are consuming a lot of English. Everybody is watching YouTube, everybody is consuming English in different forms, but not everybody is getting that atmosphere to talk to people and practice and get that confidence. So that part is missing, and I think that is creating all the other challenges. Once people start speaking, everything else fall in line. So yeah, common challenges.
How do you address and correct mistakes without discouraging participants?
I think this comes naturally. The coach, teacher, trainer must know where to correct and where not to correct. Now, if I correct every single mistake, then participants will be discouraged. If I don't correct mistakes, then they will keep repeating the same mistake. So my idea is, number one, it comes with experience. But also what I usually do is, instead of pointing out individual mistakes, I try to observe a pattern of mistakes. So let's say somebody is making one mistake. Somebody says, I'm going to home. Now grammatically you are not supposed to say going to home, you should say I'm going home. But let's say Rahul makes this mistake for the first time, I'll probably not correct. But if I see that he is making similar mistakes in so many sessions regularly, now this I call a pattern. This pattern tells me, okay, this is a repeated mistake. And when I see that pattern, I try to correct those mistakes, and that helps in the long term. So yeah, this is how I correct them without making them feel discouraged.
Next question.
Yeah.
What tips do you have for members to continue improving their English outside of club meetings?
So this is very important. I want people to think of their life as a spoken English course. It's not only about club or class or academy. It's about you have that lifestyle. If you want to speak English, just create that English speaking lifestyle for you. So even when you are out of the class or club, you are supposed to just consume English through magazines, through books, through videos, talk to people, go to malls and talk to them in English. So you have to take efforts to create that atmosphere for you even outside the class. A lot of times people think they will come to class and they will learn English. It doesn't work like that in any class, not only in my class. So of course here you will get that guided practice, you will get that hand holding, but other than that also I highly encourage people to talk to people in real life outside the club. So yeah, this is the main suggestion. Keep that lifestyle, create that lifestyle for you, and suddenly you will realize that it's not a big problem anymore. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.